So what's the most important aspect to poker improvement? It's that you must practice the things that you learn. Imagine you learn something about 3-bet bluffing, or calling in the blinds, or using board texture, or hand reading your opponents, or facing a big river bet. Whatever you learned, practice that thing over and over again until you feel comfortable with it and you fully understand it and you can use that strategy in game. The reason why you must practice is that action is the greatest teacher. You can read the best poker book in the world, watch the best poker video ever, listen to the best poker podcast ever. But if all you do is consume that content without practicing, that's only maybe teaching you 10% of what you need to know. The key is purposeful play and study. When you learn something, you need to figure out on your own how to play with purpose and practice that thing, how to study with purpose and practice that thing. And keep in mind that practice makes you better. The more practice you put in, the better you're going to get. Let's imagine you listened to a podcast recently, and in that podcast, you learned ace-high hands are great 3-bet bluffers because holding an ace means they have less aces, ace-king, ace-queen, and ace-jack in their range, so they are less likely to defend. Even better, suited and connected aces like ace-5 suited and ace-10 suited. So you got to think to yourself after you learn that, okay, that makes absolute sense. I really like the idea behind that strategy. Let me practice it. So when you get to playing with purpose or practicing with purpose, every time you're dealt an ace, you should consider 3-bet bluffing. Here's an example hand right here. We got an open raise and a fold. Now, before you click fold, call, or 3-bet, consider everything else that you learned in that episode. Is this a good opportunity to be 3-betting? Look at the player type. Look at his raise size. Look at his position. Look how he responds to 3-bets. In case he calls, look how he responds to C-bets, right? There's so many smaller aspects, but just holding an ace allows you to now potentially practice this. And even if you don't pull the trigger, you end up folding on that hand, just noodling on it allowed you to practice the strategies at least in your head. You realize that was a bad opportunity, so you folded. Good on you. But what if you're dealt a suited ace? Now, maybe you want to really consider it. Here's an ace-deuce suited hand. Couple of folds, button, villain, 50-50, only 8 hands, but he's looking potentially very loose aggressive. A small open raise, only 2.5 big blinds. I've got the ace-deuce suited. Let's take a chance right here. It's very early in our history, so he'll probably believe most 3-bets that I make. Let me go ahead and try the 3-bet bluff. Make it 9. They all fold. It absolutely works. So you pull the trigger on this strategy that you're practicing when it's positive EV to do so, or you just fold or call when it isn't. Maybe you have the opportunity to 3-bet bluff, but it's quote unquote a bad hand for 3-bet bluffing. At least noodle on it, right? We have an open raise. Man, I want a 3-bet bluff, but I like the potential to 3-bet bluff, I should say, but I don't think 10 deuce is good enough. Would I 3-bet bluff with ace-5 suited, ace-10 suited, ace-queen suited? What would I do? Go ahead and click fold. But once again, just the fact that you're noodling on it is going to be really good practice. You're ingraining this skill set into your game. And then you have to study with purpose as well. So for this specific example, filter in Poker Tracker 4 for the opportunity to 3-bet. You did not 3-bet, and you were dealt some of those good suited and connected aces that piece of content you studied recommended. Once you save and apply filters, boom, I'm looking at in my filter right here, I have 19 times where I was dealt these aces with, you can see there was one raiser I decided to fold. Well, what you need to do is go through all of these hands, review the hands, and count how many positive EV chances did you miss? How many profitable 3-bets did you miss? I would say for myself, look at this guy, 24-24, loose aggressive in a steal position. I've got the suited ace in the best position. He's got a plenty big enough stack. So do I. He's folded 100% of the time. Yeah, I missed a good 3-bet bluff right here, right? But I'm only going to know that I'm missing good spots to 3-bet bluff by going through and doing the work. So this is one out of the 19 hands. I bet if I went through all 19 of these, I bet you I missed at least 5 good opportunities. The things that you learn as you review the hands, take notes and resolve to do better. Now, I'm sure you saw this coming, your action step for this video. From this point forward, when you learn something important, useful, profitable, exploitative, or fun, figure out how to practice it in-game and how to study it off the felt as well. I wish you luck in your poker journey. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel.